हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम बैक टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल। तो कैसे हो आप सब? मैं आशा करती हूँ आप सब अच्छे होंगे। तो आज मैं आपको एक कहानी सुनाने वाली हूँ, लेकिन उससे पहले मेरी वीडियो को लाइक, सब्सक्राइब और बेल आइकन दबाना मत भूलना, और वीडियो को शेयर, कमेंट्स करना मत भूलना। तो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड। मेरी कहानी का नाम है Rapunzel. Long ago there lived a childless couple in a town. Their neighboring house has a beautiful garden which the couple looked at through a window. People believed that his house was inhabited by an enchantress and feared entering it. One day the couple saw fresh green lettuce growing in this garden. The lady had an uncomfortable desire to eat some. Began unable to satisfy her craving for many days, she started looking sickly. The worried husband asked her the reason and she said, "If I don't eat some Rapunzel, I will die pining for it." Rapunzel, the lettuce name. The man loved his wife dearly. He thought, let me at least fulfill his desire before she dies. Her scaled down the garden wall at dusk and picked a handful of Rapunzel. His wife ate a delicious salad made out of it, after which her craving for it grew fourfold. So her husband kept sneaking to get the Rapunzel every day. One day as he climbed down the garden wall, he trembled as they encountered the enchantress. "So you are the one robbing my Rapunzel. You all pay for it," she fumed. The man was shaken. He pleaded, Is it possible for you to ignore justice and be merciful the one time?"
My wife has fallen so sick craving for the Rapunzel that if she don't eat it, she will die. Necessity to save her forced me to rob.
The enchantress softened a little bit and said,
"Then you can take as much Rapunzel as your wife wants, but on one condition. You have to hand over to me the child your wife gives the birth to."
The man was so desperate and fearful that momentarily he could not think about the after effects of his decision, and he agreed. A few months later, the woman gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. As agreed, the enchantress came and took away the child. She named her Rapunzel. The baby grew up to be one of the most beautiful girls. She came to be known for her luxurious, long, silkiness hair. When Rapunzel was 12-year-old, the enchantress locked her up in a tall tower without a staircase in the middle of a forest. The tower had a tiny window. When the enchantress wanted to meet Rapunzel, she would shout, "Rapunzel, let your hair down for me." She would then climb up holding the golden tresses. A few months later, a prince happened to pass by. He heard Rapunzel singing in her melodious voice. He desired to meet the person behind this lovely voice, but how could he enter the tower? One day he found the enchantress calling out to Rapunzel to let down her hair, and then holding it and climbing up. The next evening the prince also came and did as the enchantress had done, and he stood mesmerized by the thick golden tresses cascading down. He collected him quickly and climbed up. Rapunzel was terrified when she saw a stranger, that too a man. However, the prince spoke gently and said, "I could not forget your lovely voice, and I wanted to see you in person. Will you be my wife?" Rapunzel smiled and thought, he sounded gentle and caring. Surely he would take better care of me than this old crazy witch. So she agreed to be his wife, and she added, "There is no way for me to get out of here, so bring a strand of silk when you visit me every day, and I shall weave a silk ladder for us to get down. You shall then take me on a horse, and we can escape from here. Until then, come in the evening as the old hag sees me during the day." This secret meeting went on every evening, and Rapunzel collected enough silk to make her escape ladder. One day she was engrossed in her thoughts that unwittingly she asked the enchantress, "Why is it that you feel heavier than the prince when I pull you up?" The stunned enchantress frowned at Rapunzel, saying, "I separate you from the whole world, and you have been cheating on me. "You wretch!" She then seized her beautiful golden tresses violently and chopped them off. They fell in a huge heap on the ground. The enchantress confined Rapunzel deeper in the forest, where she cursed her to live the rest of her life in solitude and misery. Poor Rapunzel cried her heart out. That evening, the enchantress secured Rapunzel's golden treasures to the window and let them hang down while she wanted in the top. At dusk, the princess climbed up and was shocked to find the enchantress awaiting him. She mocked at him as she screamed, "You will never ever get to see your beloved or hear her voice. The cat will scratch your eyes out and you will become blind, you cheat." The terrified prince jumped out when he blinded thorns pricked both his eyes. He bled profusely and lost his vision, grievingly for his lost Rapunzel. He wandered in the forest for years until one day he heard a familiar voice singing a lullaby. He followed it and reached Rapunzel, who was singing to her twins. She recognized him and embarrassed him with tears-filled eyes. That moment, two of her teardrops fell in his eyes and vision was restored. The prince took Rapunzel and the children to his kingdom, where they lived happily. Thank you so much for watching our video. I hope you loved this story as much. So thanks for watching. वीडियो को लाइक, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब और शेयर करना मत भूलना, और हमें कमेंट में बताना आपको आज की कहानी कैसी लगी। अब हम आपको मिलेंगे अपनी अगली वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए बाय बाय।